Good evening and welcome back to the channel and welcome to season 4. Here we go. It's a new thumbnail, it's a new season, it's another chance to see if night racing can take off to the next level. To the next level. You know what the targets are. You know what the targets are. I've been pretty clear in the comments. We are looking to compete. We're looking to go up the standings. Fourth is next, but I'm looking even higher than that, and we're gonna have a look at upgrading the team. I'm not going to keep anyone on just by default. We're going to go have a look who is available. Okay, wow. So, I mean, Levi Mack and Luigi Moretti are just absolutely they're locked in. Ezzolini do not want to change, and I can't blame them. They do not want to change. Paul Woods, Joel Ryan, the exact same. They're not changing. Henny Holgerson and Tyrell Maldonado, the exact same. Ivan Bauer now, I think Gabriel LaRousse is a new driver. So, was it Hamilton? No, Hamilton. Chris Hamilton, I don't think survived his crash. Experimental car. We could spend the money. Okay, first things first. Where do we spend the money first? I don't know. So, those drivers have been selected. Oh, got Quali Master in here, and Tim Morstan. A 6 and a 4. Where's Tristan Lupe? Tristan Lupe is a 5 and a 5. Price of your previous... Oh, and look at that. Because we had him last year, his numbers won't go up. Interesting, interesting. Okay. This is interesting. Okay, we're not really looking down the bottom anymore. We're beyond that. We're past that now. I'm afraid Artie von Heim is not going to stick around. If you watch season 3, you probably knew that was coming. We're not going to keep him. We're going to look to get an upgrade. Now, I'm afraid 2 and a 5 like that, it's not really enough. I need a little bit more balance. I think I've got to reward Tristan Lupe with a full-time drive. Because I don't really think I can go higher than that. So I'm going to get Tristan Lupe, and his reliability bonus is very nice. Driver is nice to be around. Business-minded. This team qualifies for the next highest sponsor. Or that could be good, couldn't it? Oh, that's a difficult one because Morstan... It's money, or it's more likely to finish at qualify at the start. I think I've got to go for George or Jorge, probably, I don't know, Bregman, because that sponsor upgrade is a good one. Business-minded, that is very good. They've both got the patriotic and personable, so it's just Q school. I'm playing golf? No. Quali Master or patriotic. And again, you've got Luana, Lovera, patriotic and personable as well, with a 5-5 versus, a 6-4. Same as Tristan Lupe. You know what? I think I've got to go for Bregman for the sponsorship. I think I've got to. So I'll make that decision. We're going for Bregman. Engineer. Wow, Hiroshi Sato is available. So is Rui Castro, aerodynamicist. That's pretty freaking good. But Sato's got that as well. That's pretty freaking good as well. Then you've also got 6 and 5 down here. Chase Perry, Avant-Garde. Oh, I don't know. That's a little bit of both, isn't it? And then that's a 7-4. This is an interesting one. Okay, so we had Tyler Johnson 7-4 with broker and driver rapport. So driver rapport is a good one to have. But then we've got 6 and 6 with driver rapport and, you know what, I'm going for it. I'm going to spend the money. I'm going for it. Hiroshi Sato is with us. And now, our crew chief. I think we've got to go for an upgrade. I think we do. So we've got a 5 and 7 right now. Available, we've got 5 and 8. 4. Steady hands. Party animal. I don't like that one. Wet strategist. Interesting. Exacting. I mean, that's pretty good, isn't it? Less likely to have failures. Less fuel consumed. Wet strategist again. Practice makes perfect. Failed pit stop lowered by 50%. Oh. Really not sure. Sloppy. Well, we're not going to do that, are we? No. Marcos Azevedo is looking pretty good. A 6 and 6. He's looking pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. Now, you may disagree with that one in the comments. That's what I'm going to go with. And we're going to risk it. We're going to go for an experimental car. Okay, so let's have a look at where other drivers have disappeared to. So Hemlock has got Christoph Fischer and Dino Pellegrino. They've just kept their lineup. That's fine. In fact, it looks like they've just completely kept their lineup, which is understandable. What about the others? Are they all Ezzolini? Chapman, wow. Oh, look at that. So, Johan Muller and Oliver Bennett have swapped. LeBron and Chapman have swapped over. That's really interesting. Really interesting. Of course, we've taken Ian Fraser from... Nope, sorry, that's not us. We've taken Hiroshi Sato, who was a free agent, and Marcos Azevedo, again, who was a free agent. In fact, our entire team, technically, is free agents because Tristan Lupe, of course, drove for us, but was not our signed contracted driver. So that's an interesting one. Wayland have taken Ian Fraser from Bancroft, who are a little bit further down the line. LaRousse, free agent. Joaquim Ferreira from Wayland, so that's keeping at the same team. Hemlock have kept the same team. Conan was a free agent. Von Heim has obviously left us and gone there. He's been picked up. That's fair enough. Giuseppe Bergio, free agent. Esteban Canto, free agent. Laframboise back on the grid after being a free agent. Morel has left April, gone to Bancroft. Morales, free agent. Knight, they've picked up our old crew chief, free agent. Sharp, free agent. Romano, free agent. Hope have kept their... They've kept their engineer, but they've gone for a new crew chief. You can see the dots here actually say that. Rodney Campbell from Pope. Gerardo Silva, same team. April have gone for a free agent, and then Vernier have taken, and then there's Tyne Kruger, another free agent. Okay. Racing come 3, Racing come 4, Racing come 5. With a lower bonus and a season bonus if we get 4th and above. I mean, we're going to go for the speed dart. Even though the race bonus is a little bit less, but I think we're more likely to get 8 than we are before. So, there's our car coming together. We've got some really good parts and then also some kind of not so great parts. You can see that. Our frickin' chassis looks like it's flying. That's real good. However, the engine looks like it's a bit of a letdown. Not gonna lie. The average of 2468, 2469. I'm not sure what our average was last season. But I'm not actually sure if we've greatly improved or not. But I think our chassis looks like it is next level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit an upgrade straight off the bat. 2237, 2238. Do I just... Oh, maybe that was a waste. Maybe we should have just built a new engine part. You know what? I'm going to go for it. That might have been silly to spend on the upgrade and then go for the new engine part, but I'm going to go for it. I can only build 1 part per race weekend. That's fair enough. I'm going to give it to Tristan Lupe. And I'm just going to spend. So that reliability's gone to 100, which is very nice. 2251. That may have been... I may have been a bit trigger happy there. I will admit, I may have been a bit trigger happy there. Let's take a look at the circuits that we've got. So, we start in Monaco. That is something. That really is something. Okay, so we've got Monaco. We've got a German Grand Prix. We go to Argentina. Then we go to America for what is likely to be a wet race. Then we go across to Japan. Again, what is likely is going to be a wet race. And we've got a GB Grand Prix. Then we go to Potenza. And we've got another GB Grand Prix. And then we go to Belgium. And then we go to Italy again, which looks like Imola. Okay, let's go. Race number 1. It really does look like our chassis got the top end of that build. Whereas it looks like our engine and our steering kind of got the low end. It's not ideal. Lupe is the number 1 driver. So Lupe has got the better stuff, basically. Race 1. Here we go. This is going to be a slightly longer episode because it's the intro to the series season. Here we go. So, Lupe, we're going to have a little bit of rain at the end of the session, but it shouldn't be too much. And we've gained a sub. Nice. Nice. Thank you so much. Whomever is here, whomever's joining the Golden Lap journey, we'd love to have you. Okay, now, Tristan Lupe starting the first flying lap in the zone as well. Bregman is not happy with my release of him. I'm sorry. And it looks like Levi Mack is setting purple sec. No! Tristan Lupe has set 1. He's lost the purple sectors now, but he's actually set the fastest lap. Oh, Moretti's broken it, but not by much. Less than a second. Tristan Lupe is a monster. Quite clearly. He just outdrives our car. every single time. And off we go again. Okay, let's see what Tristan Lupe can do now on the second flying lap. And it does look like there'll be no traffic, hopefully, as we cross the pit lane again. In fact, there are cars coming out. I want to see no movement. There's a bit of movement. There's no... We're safe. Okay, we're good. We look good. Bregman in the zone. Let's go, Bregman. Let's compete. Green sectors are what I want to see. And I'm seeing them so far. Purple sector from Bregman. Bregman's gone fastest. And we've gained another sub. What the heck? That's very cool. Bregman's gone fastest. Okay, so Tristan Lupe might have actually... I don't know. I suppose there's a chance that Tristan Lupe just set an absolute blinder first lap and is kind of going to struggle to meet it again. I don't know. I mean, we've got to try and get our tuning done at a good rate. We're only going to get 5, maybe 6 laps in, like total. So I don't really know if we're gonna improve. It's gonna be a kind of wait and see moment here. I don't know. I'm just gonna move my camera ever so. There we go. There we go. That is completely empty track for both of my drivers here. I want to see. In fact, I want to see purples. Bregman, I want to see a purple. There's a purple sector for Bregman. Lupe goes to third. Bregman. Oh, okay. Not a purple sector again, but is currently setting the pace. Now, how much of that is the fact that we got a real... Oh, Ryan goes in. Goes in big. With a really good lap. Puts Bregman into second place. And off we go again. Okay. Oh, LaRousse has now gone in there as well. Wayland showing they've got some speed on them as well. Even Schaub, look at that. That's really good driving. And Holgerson, look at... Oh, Moretti. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, where's Bregman going to go? And Lupe into third. Bregman into third. Okay, so although Moretti has put in an absolute beast of a lap and is literally 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds above our drivers, we have clearly stepped up. Now, we are struggling a little bit here. I mean, look at that performance average from the Ezzolinis, 2752. How are we going to compete with that? I mean, that's next level. Let's be honest, that's next level. That's going to be hard to compete with. But you never know what happens in a race. Don't think we're going to get the golden tune because we just don't have enough laps to get it. But if that means we start third and fourth, we'll take it. What kind of upgrade is that? That is a huge upgrade on where we were. Ryan, Woods, and LaRousse have all set better times. Here we go. We've got 2 drivers out there in good traffic, a good bit of air. Green sectors. Lupe gets... Yep, green sectors. And 6th and 8th. That's actually a little bit lower than I was expecting. Bauer and LaRousse. What performances they're putting in. And Ryan is trying his best to catch up to Moretti. It's going to be difficult. Now, I do wish we could see the performance of those drivers, but I don't think that's possible. And it's going to be impossible for us to get. It's just going to be impossible for us to get the tune that we're after here. Okay, that's good at least. We got one. Yeah, it's just too much. I think we're just not going to get close to a golden tune. Now, that may just be this race, and there may come like other races down the line where we are able to, but I don't know. Now, are we going to get to the line and start flying lap in time? There's a minute to get round, 30 seconds. Okay. No. Bregman did not get there in time. So Lupe is the last car who will set a lap time, which does mean, you know, we probably will go up the grid. Okay, 6th and 8th. Okay. Now, yes, the Ezzolinis are still significantly ahead of us. They're still significantly up the road. But we are clearly in amongst it. We clearly are, you know. We're in the top 10 as we expected to be. And it is unfortunately similar to last season where the top 10 are the front 5 and the bottom 10 are the back 5. It's somewhat realistic. You know, oh, we've got a bit of rain. But I would love it if the game was slightly more competitive with, let's say, the number of cars from different teams that are scoring points. I don't know if I didn't really look at the back markers all that much last season because we have kind of left them behind. Let's see what we do in our first race. So there's a bit of rain early doors, and it's going to be Inters to start. Lupe is going to go up ahead. Bregman's not going to compete, but we are, of course, we're going to push at the start. Even in the rain, is that a good idea? Wow, okay, cool. Let's focus on Lupe in 6th. And it is lights out, and here we go. And all. Bregman tried to get up positions. Lupe's made an overtake. Bregman has dropped down to 9th, but Lupe's in 5th, and that's very good. We're pushing at the start, as you would expect us to be doing. But it does look like Holgerson, Ryan, and the Ezzolinis are getting away. Now, Bregman, I do need you to get a little bit of something going here, because he's actually moving back. 8th, 9th. That's not where you should be. You should be up with Lupe. The difference between the cars is not that much. It is a bit, I will admit there is a bit, because we built a new engine for Lupe. You know, so we are focused on getting Lupe at the front, but still. Okay, so Lupe's going to calm down just for a tad. Bregman is still in amongst it, so I do want him to burn for a little bit. Is that La Sardine? Yeah, it is. Okay, Bregman in 9th. Lupe's in the zone, so I'm going to tell him to push this lap. See if we can get the gap on Holgerson a little bit. Pellegrini has crashed. There's no real point in any form of pit stop this early. So we're just going to get through this yellow flag period. Oh, Lupe. Okay, I'm going to slow it down. Lupe is going to lose a lot of positions here. A puncture under yellow flags. It could happen at a worse time, but it's still not great. First race of the season, our number 1 driver with a better car, competing up in the top 6, gets himself a puncture, and he's going to come out in 8th. Okay, that's actually lucky, because if it was behind Bregman, we'd have to swap the drivers, but he doesn't. He comes out just ahead, and when this yellow flag period is done, we can tell him to get after Bauer, get after Morel, and try and get back into the position that we were in before. So 20 seconds left on that. I'm going to go ×1 for just a second. Stop burning with Bregman. And we're going to watch Lupe try and get past Bauer. Let's go. There we go. Okay, Lupe, however, can't focus this lap, but does get the position anyway. And he's back up to 6th. And I'm going to leave him burning just for a little bit, try and get the gap open. So I don't actually need to keep watching because he has already made it. Exactly. Oh my word, Bregman down in 11th. Okay, let's slow it down. Bregman's in the zone. Back into 10th. Let's give him a push. Let's double speed it just to see if he can get past Schaub and Morel and try and get up to Bauer. Really struggling. Not looking like he's catching up. No, there we go. That's a bit better. Those are a good set of corners. Schaub is vulnerable. We can do it. Come on. We're watching Bregman in the number 10 car right now. Number 11. But he's in the zone. Let's go. Let's keep pushing. Getting riskier because the crash chance is going up. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to get it done. And this is unfortunate stuff. And that's why. That is why. So, I left it on too long. Well, you know, actually, I turned it off. But it doesn't matter. It did not matter. Okay, so there's going to be a little bit of a period in this race where the car is actually going to be... The track is actually going to be in dry. You've got to try and time your pit stop for that. I do feel a bit silly there. Bregman was pushing. He was in the zone. He was pushing to try and get the positions. Ultimately didn't get the positions. And then I tell him to stop pushing and he has that crash on the well, after La Sardine. And it's annoying. It is annoying. I'm not going to lie. It is annoying. Definitely avoidable. It's Monaco. It's hard to overtake. I think that was me being a bit silly. I'm not going to lie. I think I made a mistake there. You know what? We can actually keep pushing because the amount of yellow flags in this race is quite a lot. Okay, they've now pitted for dry tyres. Yeah, we may as well go on to... We may as well go on to the soft tyre because we're just going to try and burn through it anyway. Oh, wow, we just got an achievement. It said pit boss for completing a pit stop in under 7 seconds. That's really good. Okay. Calm it down. Right, so we're going to run the soft tyre now until... I don't know. I don't know if we needed to run the soft tyre for that long. Would that be to the detriment? I don't know. We could try and conserve it a bit. We've got a lot of time before Larousse down in 8th. So we could try and stretch the tyre out until it's wet enough to pit sprinters. I don't know. I think it's going to be rough. I think maybe we should have gone onto the mediums, but I thought it was... I'm making mistakes today. I am. I'm making errors left and right. It's rustiness. It's been a bit of a gap. It's a bit of rustiness between seasons, and I'm not taking advantage of a really opportunistic... I don't know. Opportunity? It is an opportunity. We did well at Monaco last year. I don't know. Okay. 7th looks like it's going to be our position, unless there are kind of other factors at play. Larousse has gained a little bit on us, but is still significantly behind. 40 seconds behind. So that's why I'm just conserving this tyre. I'm not really worried about Larousse all that much. They are gaining time on us, that's true, but it's still a lot of time. We've got a big buffer between us and the car behind. as we just try and extend this tire out to get to maybe lap 43. I mean, that's a lot of laps. We're most likely only going to get to lap 40. I think that's what we're going to have to do. Artie von Heim is currently in the points, might I add. Which is... I mean, that's something. Artie von Heim is in the points. Okay, LaRousse is now 23 seconds behind. And it is coming down. And this is a long way from me, 2 minutes ago, where I was like, push Bregman, try and get the overtake. And now I'm like, oh, Kekkonen. That has pretty much saved us from the trouble that we were in. So I've lost 20 seconds to the car in front and given up 20 seconds to the car behind. Big repairs available. And now we don't have to conserve. We don't have to conserve the tires at all. So after this red flag period, we need to push as fast as possible. So I need to be ready as fast as possible to tell my driver, let's go. Because now the gap doesn't matter. We're down into 9th. With that, we have lost position. I'm not a fan. Back into 8th. Okay, good. Lupe and Von Heim must have like a little bit of animosity. There must be some. Okay, 8. Schauber's in front of us. Of course, we don't get the lap back. Which is interesting. How does that... Where's the lap gone? Did they not unlap? I don't know. That is curious. I'm not going to lie. That is curious. Okay, the rain is now coming down again. It looks like they didn't unlap anyone. Of course, you're still a lap down. A red flag, however, ends the session. I don't know. This is me not really knowing the regulations of... Because look at that. From the restart, Holgersen... LaRousse has actually gotten ahead of Holgersen. And is driving and is now, like, ready to overtake cars in front. But Holgersen's obviously got a lap up. So LaRousse is trying to go all the way around and overtake Holgersen again. Which is not really going to happen, is it? That's not really... It's not going to happen. Okay, so we need to try and time our pit stop to get on the inters. Unless we drive and try and... I don't think there's any point trying to skip a tire. I'm thinking, can I go soft straight to the wet tire? I don't think there's any point even trying that. We are trying to get time back on LaRousse, which I think we can do, but having Holgersen in the way is kind of going to ruin that. However, an 8th place finish would be... Well, look, it wouldn't be the best. It wouldn't be the best start. We want to compete higher, but it would get our sponsorship. And it is it's points. It is points. And of course, with Bregman having been DNF'd, my fault. I hold a hand up. My fault. We'll take it. It's one of those where you're like, no, cut your losses. We'll take it. Okay. Oh, no, they are going straight to the wet tires. Interesting. Is that the right decision? I don't think that's the... I don't know. I'm going to go for the another pit stop. Oh, wait, no. Am I? I don't know. Going to leave him out for a second. They've all gone straight to wets. That's really interesting because it's not at the wet range yet, but they must know something I don't. which is, of course, okay, look, it is. I can see that it's going to get wetter. But it does feel weird going straight onto the wet. I don't know. Anyway, it looks like this tire is probably going to carry us to the end. And now it's just chasing down Lupe. Sorry, Larousse. Not Lupe, Larousse. That puncture really messed us up with the start, didn't it? Yeah, I'm kind of thinking here. I'm like, wait, how did we get into this position with Lupe? Of course, he lost bunches of position because of that puncture at the start. Okay, so if I do this for now, it gives us plenty of fuel, but I want to get it down to about 1. We're in such a difficult position here because we're behind Holgerson. You know, we want to unlap ourselves, which you are allowed to do if you are genuinely faster than the car that's got a lap up on you. But trying to get this overtake done, it's slowing us down so much. We're trying to get after Larousse. If I'm Henny Holgerson, I'm like, why am I even fighting this? Just let him go. Because you're not actually losing position. This has been a weird race. I'm not going to lie. It's Monaco in the rain, which is always kind of a recipe for disaster. We've lost one driver to a DNF. We've got another driver very much, I don't know, low from where we should be. We're lapped, but somehow Larousse unlapped himself. We're trying to get... It's just outrageous. This is an outrageous race. I don't know what to say. It's just been bonkers. And to be honest, it looks like Larousse is just way too far ahead. 30 seconds up the road, and that number is kind of not... It's not really going better for us, is it? It's 35. There we go. We've lost another 2 seconds. Just because we are stuck behind Holgerson. That is genuinely what's happening here. Let's go. Let's push again. Try and get past him and then get on down the road. There must be an overtake somewhere. That's 2 overtake attempts. 3. We just cannot get past him. Okay, we'll calm it down and we'll catch up and then we'll go again. Oh, this is caught between a rock and a hard place. Ugh. Okay, get up behind him again. The gap to Larousse is now 40 seconds. It's just not doing it. Okay, very much. Okay, we're closer to Holgerson now. Okay, let's go, Lupe. Let's go. You're in the zone. Let's go. Make the overtake. Oh, my word. We see another attempt. Blunted. Catch him. Go on. It's just... what do I do? What do I do at this point? It's just all over the place. Fisher has crashed. Unfortunately, that's both Hemlock cars out of this race. We're going to go ×8 just to get through the yellow flag period. And ×2. And it's going to be the same again. It's trying to get past Holgerson. We've got 54 seconds. He can't do it. It's just... It's Monaco. What are you going to do? More or less at Monaco, you've got like 1 overtaking spot. And it's here. It's here in the... I mean, with the older cars, you had more. But nowadays, yeah, you've only really got 1. We've got 10 laps to go. I am genuinely just going to settle it. We've got 48 seconds to Schaub. We've got 53 seconds to Larousse. We cannot get past Henny Holgerson. We'll give it one more go because Lupe says he's in the zone. But this has been one really weird race. And not exactly the start to the season we wanted. And he's not going to do it. So I'm going to go ×4 and we're going to let the laps count themselves away. If Lupe somehow gets past... No, look, there we go. Levi Max just lapped us because we have to let him go. You know, that's blue flags. But it's just... It's so odd. It's so odd. This race has been really weird. And I do wish we had have performed better. But hey, that is sometimes... That's all you can do. You just got to deal with whatever comes your way. Now, we're actually lapping cars, which is not something we would be expecting from 8th position, to be honest. But in the zone, this lap is going to be a breeze. Don't think it was. And the Ezzolinis finished the race, as do we. And we come home in 8th, with only one car getting over the line, with Bregman starting his night racing career with... Oh, Kekkonen, that's unfortunate. With a DNF. Oof. Does not feel good. Does not feel good. Look, there was errors, there was mistakes. That was not a good race. I'm aware, but look at Divan Bauer getting into... Okay, well. At least we got 10 monies from that, but that was just a race to forget. I'm not gonna lie. That was a race to forget. Okay, we've got some sponsorships. That's relying on a red flag. I mean, we can do that, but that's got to be finishing in consecutive positions. Like, I would love that. I don't know. That's going to be a weird one. Nevertheless, just as we ended last season, we begin this season with 5th place. Not a good race. I'm not happy. It's mostly my mistakes, but that was a weird race as well. Nonetheless, thank you for watching, guys. We actually gained 2 subs on today's just while recording, which is always cool when that happens. Thank you for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed. And I shall, of course, catch you next time for another race. The Golden Laps videos are not going anywhere. They are coming. They are thick and fast. Every other day, Golden Lap. Thank you for watching. I shall see you next time.